On November 19, 2005, 5 months prior to the Hamdaniya incident, 24 Iraqis, including women and children, were killed by a squad of Marines in the village of Haditha. 4 officers were eventually charged with failing to report the killings, while 3 enlisted Marines were charged with unpremeditated murder in the case. Though the Haditha and Hamdaniya cases were unrelated, many sources claim that the NCIS investigation of the Hamdaniya incident was directly influenced by the higher-profile Haditha case.
I think the main propulsion behind the whole case was the fact that the government was under intense scrutiny by the public, wondering what the hell was going on over there, why weren't we doing anything about it, and then there we were on a silver platter. Statements already written up, it looked like an open and shut case, it was going to be over in a few months, the government could hang us out to dry and just show the world that, look, we aren't afraid to prosecute our own.
As the Pendleton 8 defense team worked behind the scenes, the report on the Haditha incident was released to the general public. Was murder committed in Haditha, or were the Marines following the rules of engagement in a town that was a hotbed of terrorist activity? As the Haditha Marines roamed free on the base in San Diego, the Camp Pendleton 8 were being interrogated, sometimes 12 to 14 hours a day. The first step in the legal proceedings for the men was individual Article 32 hearings. An Article 32 is a hearing under the United States Uniform Code of Military Justice, similar to that of a preliminary hearing or grand jury proceeding in civilian law. At the Article 32 hearing, the government presents evidence to determine whether the defendant will face court-martial. Both the defense and prosecution argue the case in open court. The accused must be presumed to be innocent until his guilt is established by legal and competent evidence. In early October of 2006, video clips of Navy Corpsman and Pendleton 8 defendant Melson J. Bakos were released online by his attorney, Jeremiah Sullivan. The video was shot by Sullivan in his office. Bakos is wearing his prison uniform in the videos.
The biggest firefight I was in was unexpected. It was on December 12, 2004. And I'll never forget that day in my whole entire life. It'll stick with me until I die. On that day I watched 5 Marines getting carried out lifeless. And 12 other Marines were wounded and were evac'd. And watching the emotion and the pain and the hurt.
On October 5, 2006, Melson J. Bakos decided to take a plea deal and testify against the 7 other Marines. His attorney, Jeremiah J. Sullivan, commented that the deal would keep him out of harm's way.
The corpsman is always the odd man out. He's with the squad, but he's not of the squad. He's not a Marine, he's a corpsman. In fact, there was testimony that he talked to another corpsman that night and said, they're different than you and I, those Marines. And he cut a deal.
We went out to rec call, which we go outside, lift weights, play basketball. He came out with us, and then he went back in. He said he had a legal visit. And it turns out he went in there and cleaned his cell out. Then he came back outside and said, oh, it's just a lawyer just talking. And then we went back inside, and when we went back inside, he went another way. And we walked past the cell, and it was empty. And we're like, are you kidding me? And we found out he turned.
The day finally came when we found out that Bakos had taken a deal. It's like when you feel that you can't be emotionally more down than you are at that point, and just find out there's about another 10 feet down that hole you can be thrown, and another 10 feet beyond that, another 30 feet beyond that. And the hole just keeps getting deeper and deeper until there's absolutely no fucking light at the top of that hole. And you're all alone at the bottom of that hole.
It hurt to go through everything we went through there in Iraq, to come back, you know, and say, all right, we are all we got right now. We are literally all we got. We heard that he turned for he got a year out of it, so he would only have, you know, a couple of months left, something like that. So you did this knowing that I'd spend the rest of my life in jail. And so it's like, that's like the ultimate betrayal.
Baby, I'm at Fallujah, Camp Fallujah now. With Van High, we're watching movies, and I just want to say I love you, happy anniversary, and I'll be home soon. Don't worry about me, I'll be okay. I love you, and don't forget it. Bye, baby. Mwah. Mwah.